Support.
Yeah, I have a motion by Councilwoman Pats, supported by Councilwoman Winton. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, this is Bauer Kamara.
Mr. Chairman, I did send out a correspondence earlier. I know it was kind of later in the day, but the day was quite a hectic one. And having to talk with different businesses, it took up majority of my morning. As you can see, a lot of the small businesses, local establishments did suffer from the pandemic. A lot of their machines were not in use, and some companies have pulled their machines and no longer have them on site. There were a few that I was not able to get a straight answer, and I will have to go out there and or have ordinance go out and see if they still have the machines. But the majority that I talked to, they were closed. They did suffer loss, and the machines were not being used, and there's still a few of them, they're not even allowing still the machines to be used.
And just to explain to everyone that, like, businesses that have, like, gaming, you know, video games or the claw machines and stuff, they have to pay a permit fee for those. And we're doing, as a council and as a city, trying to help small businesses the best way we can. So we're trying to reduce or waive those permit fees or the fees that they have to pay to have those machines in their business. Because they really haven't, a lot of them haven't been able to use them in almost a year. So just so everybody at home understands what we're discussing right now.
Through the chair, how much is the normal fee per machine?
$100 per machine.
And the limit is 4.
They can have more than 4,
No, I mean,
depending on...
this is up for 4 machines.
Yes, that was a suggestion.
I said it wrong. That was
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a suggestion,
Yeah.
a suggestion, oh my gosh. I can't
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have any
Okay.
questions?
We need to include that in the motion then up to 4.
I think it's in, wasn't it in the form?
It's on my item under remarks as a suggestion, there's that word. But it might be a good idea to include it in the language of up to 4 or however.
Up to
you choose.
4 machines?
Correct.
That'd be,
And this will be by request? I mean, that the place actually has to submit the request?
Right, that would be a a qualification that they've at least reached out and completed the form or had a verbal conversation. A few of them, I just took their information over the phone, but majority of them, the smaller businesses did return the form.
Through the chair, I just want to ask a question too. Most of the small businesses probably don't have more than 4, correct? Okay.
Right.
okay, so technically I would have to read this motion, so. Yeah, Caroline, resend your
I
motion.
will resend it.
And Angie would, okay.
Support.
So, all in favor, do I have, well, let's vote on that.
Down is the
Yeah.
motion to approve a temporary reduction waiver of the amusement device renewal fee for 2021 season up to 4 machines per business and by request.
And I will now motion for that.
Support.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Okay, item 6.13 is a motion to approve the settlement for claim number as read, as recommended by Risk Management.
Motion. Support.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Remick, supported by Councilwoman Croft. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. This now takes us to the open business part of the agenda. However, we do have one open business item, which I'm going to go ahead and read now. That will be OP1, and that is motion to approve the temporary emergency COVID-19 recovery ordinance as attached.
Support.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Cross, supported by Councilman Bazura. Is there any discussion?
Can we explain to the residents what this is?
Sure.
It just didn't.
Mayor, can you just kind of discuss what the temporary emergency COVID, I don't see Laura here. I believe it's like a continuancy of what we have already.
It is, Mr. Chairman. It's the exact same language that we had previously that gives Laura and Jesse the ability to approve some of the outdoor seating permits at no cost. We, just because of the unknown, I asked Laura to put in there that it continue through the end of 2021. So it takes us through the entire summer, and it includes fall. I hope by then we're out of the pandemic, but rather than putting in there like June and then bringing it back, certainly if that's what council wants, we're okay with that. But we know that the pandemic's still going to be here throughout summer, so we put in there through the end of 2021. So.
And this is just another way to help small businesses in our community.
It is, as we go into summer, there's going to be a lot more of a demand for outdoor seating, outdoor events. I know that there's churches that are looking at creative ways to increase attendance and through their services. So this will give Laura and Jesse the ability to work with them, some latitude to try to help them throughout the remainder of 2021. But it's the exact same language as the previous ordinance that we had.
Any other questions?
I just have a comment that
Sure.
those businesses should reach out to Laura, though, and not just put up structures.
Yeah, that's important. We're putting this in there so there's no cost. But we have still seen businesses that fail to still pull their permit and fail to have the inspection, and we, have to chase that around, and that makes it, we're a little less interested in helping them when we're, reacting, but, some of them didn't know, and we try to work with all of them, but, again, there's no cost, so there's no reason not to do it this way, and then everybody's got all the proper permits, and it's done the right way,
And safe.
Yeah.
and
I
safe.
mean, we want to help
Yeah.
small businesses,
Right.
but need to protect.
It's strongly recommended before you do anything, just come in and talk to our planning director and she'll walk you through it.
Yes, especially when you look at some of these structures that are covered and all sides are covered as well, and then you put heating units inside it, it becomes really dangerous and potentially disastrous. So we want to avoid all of that and just make sure that it's done the right way.
I have one comment. Do we have emails or anything like that of all our businesses? I'm just curious on how we could do a fast, instead of just looking on a website or hearing about it at a meeting, maybe a business person's not watching. I'm just curious.
I know the answer is no, we don't have all of them. I think Cindy has some of them. I know that when we send out the business license, we ask for it, or the business license application. Some will submit it, some don't submit it. So I know that we do have a database. How complete it is, I don't know. I don't know, Cindy, do you?
That would be a good way to get out to the businesses. Oh,
So once we start a new program that we're working on, there will be, but for future use, yes.
okay.
You go through their applications and email, but no, it's not, because people are working.
I mean, it's beneficial to the small businesses to get that out so they can hear about it. Like we get the city news, gets emailed out to us, that kind of a thing, Yeah, thank you.
Okay, is there any other questions? Okay, if not, all those in favor say yes?
Yes.
All opposed say no? Motion carries. I would now like to ask council if they have any.
Anybody else wants to go before me? I have a flyer here, and I had given the clerk a flyer. This is the food drive for the Fish and Loaves Community Food Pantry and the Rotary Club. It says, help donate to those in hunger, accepting canned food and non-perishable items. Saturday, March 27th, 2021. Drop-off is between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. At the Community Food Pantry on 25670 North Line Road. And these will be out throughout the City Hall. If anybody sees them, comes up to the door. I'm sure it's on our website. I think Carl might have put it already on the website, I'm not sure. But it's on Facebook and all over the place. And I have one thing I'd like to read unless somebody else